Hey, sophomores, how's it going? It's Mr. Wood here to give you your lesson for both Wednesday and Friday. So Wednesday, April 29th, and Friday, May 1st, which is crazy because we're in the month of the AP exam. Wow. Let's get into this. So let's look at this week's plan. Number one, your context and map exam review sheet. That should have been done last week, and I'm going to go over here real quickly a few things that you can add to it. I love the context part. The map could use some work, so we're going to take a look at the map here in just a little bit. Then just things you should do. Your Heimler graphic organizer should be done already. It should have been done on Monday. Your DBQ should be fully written. You should have shared that with a classmate by now. And you guys need to grade each other's DBQ as well. And that should be turned in on turnitin.com as well. And make sure you turn in your Unit 4 DBQ and notes by Friday, 11:59. So let's take a look at where we need to turn those in. All right, so let's look at turnitin.com here real quick, what you need to turn in. And so your Unit 4 notes, if not done already, should be turned in here. And I just put this on there, so you probably haven't turned them in yet. Turn your Unit 4 notes in there. Your Unit 4 DBQ partners grading, where you grade your partner's paper. Turn it in right there. And remember, this rubric's going to be the same, so your notes are going to be worth 2 points. And you're going to get an extra point if you grade someone else's DBQ. Just an extra point thrown in there. It's only worth 12 points, so it's kind of a big deal. And lastly, your Unit 4 DBQ. This is where the final copy will go, turned in on turnitin.com. Awesome. Get that done as soon as you can. All right, so let's continue to look at this list here. Had a Zoom meeting this week on Tuesday. It went very well. And grading your partner's paper and turn in your Unit 4 DBQ and notes by 11:59 on Fridays when all that needs to be turned in. So let's look at the handy dandy website and how we do all this and get all of this done. All right, so your Unit 4 notes and everything. Where are those? Oh, right over here, your Unit 4 DBQ. If you haven't got started on there, there's your notes. There's where your DBQ is. Here is the context map sheet right here. Let's look at that momentarily. Now, here's what I've noticed about the context map in this sheet. What I'd really like you guys to do is this part here is pretty awesome. I think we could use a little bit more in Unit 6 consequences of industrialization. So our end of the alphabet people, if we could add a little bit on here about what were some consequences of industrialization, that would be nice. Everything else is really good. There's almost too much. I might even edit some of this to make it smaller. All right. And lastly here, the map. This is looking kind of empty here, guys. If you get a DBQ and they say something about Latin America in 1200 to 1450, hope you know it. Or let's say they say South Asia, 1200 to 1450. Nothing there. So look, find civilizations. Where are they on the map? And we need to fill this out better. We have some in here, but we really need a lot more for this map. I'm not going to do it for you. So this is your responsibility. You can even go out of your area if you need to, but fill in what you can. Like for industrialization, who industrialized? Where were they? What countries were the victims of it? Which countries were exploiting other countries? Where were they in the world? Where does Britain go in this, for example? All right. So this needs a lot more on here. We got a lot done in period 2 right here, but 1 and 3, we could use a lot more on here, guys. So I would definitely get to work on there. So if you're wondering where that is on April 21st, right down here, Unit 4 review. We need to get more of that filled in. All right. So what else? Oh yeah, grading. Your Heimler sheet. Where is that? Let's take a look. Where did that go? Oh, here it is. Your Unit 4 Heimler graphic organizer. That should be done. We've already given directions on that. And you do need to grade each other's as well. And here's the sheet to grade another student's work, where you can do that and turn all of that in. So that is our DBQ for Unit 4. Get that done. And again, we have the Zoom conference and everything. If you have any questions, email me, let me know. All right, now we're going to look at the week ahead. I'm going to let you know what to expect for this whole week ahead coming up. All right, so this is the next week. So for next Monday, your Unit 5 notes will be due. That's next Monday. If you're like, wait, what day is that? That would actually be May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars. All right. Anyway, all right, so that's May 4th right there. The Heimler Graphic Organizer, that is due on May 5th. And grading another student's DBQ, that would be due on the 7th. And your DBQ will be due on the 8th, or basically next Friday is when your Unit 5 DBQ will be done. And I'm going to make more videos. There's going to be the next one is going to be on Monday. Don't expect a new video on Friday. What you need to get done right now is make sure your Unit 5 notes are done by Monday and you're in good shape. And if you got a little bit of extra time and want to get started to make next week less stressful, I'd say get your Heimler Graphic Organizer done as much as you can too. We've worked with that before. You should be able to get started on that. Before we go, let me just introduce you to our Unit 5 DBQ. All right, and let's take a look at it. All right, so our Unit 5 DBQ, here's Unit 5. There's all your notes where you put in there. And here is the DBQ. The question is, develop an argument that evaluates the extent to which people were affected by changes that occurred during the Industrial Revolution. Changes, Industrial Revolution. Where could I find context for that? Oh, I shouldn't touch my face. Where can I find context for that? Oh, I know. I go to the website and I go to that sheet that I was just telling you about that we filled out. I go to my context and map sheet. Let me open that. And let's see, we are in Unit 5, which is period 1750 to 1900, and we're talking about the Industrial Revolution. Is there any context in here for the Industrial Revolution? Oh, I see some right here I could potentially use. And if you get more, fill in more here, because could the DBQ be in the Industrial Revolution? A decent chance, as much chance as it'll be about the Industrial Revolution as it will be about anything. Okay, so I would fill in this a little more, put some more information about the Industrial Revolution and consequences that happened from the Industrial Revolution. But I have some stuff here I can use for my context potentially. Add more to this right here, if you can, and that's how you can start looking at your DBQ. Now, where was that DBQ again? Where did it run off to? There it is. All right, so yeah, affected by changes that occurred during the Industrial Revolution. Looks like we're looking at a causation or a change over time essay. And we got our sources here we can look at. So you can start doing your Heimler Graphic Organizer now if you want to. You don't have to. You do not have to. Only the notes are due by Monday, but I always want to let you know how to get a step ahead in case the week gets crazy later on. All right. That is our plan. We'll let you guys get to it. We'll do a Zoom conference again. Might throw in a Flipgrid in there. I might not. We'll see kind of how the week goes. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good couple of days, and I'll talk to you again on Monday.